Hello guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Okay, so let's get straight to the point. So we had this SMT at the lows on Euro USD, and when you come to DXY, we had this SMT as well. So Euro USD took the low, the previous month's low, and DXY couldn't take the low. So after that, going down to the weekly, we are seeing this huge displacement, but we still have this weekly fair value gap here, which can act as a resistance to push price lower. But going down to the daily, I'm anticipating this weekly fair value gap right here not to hold. I'm expecting price to reach this high right here. That's where I'm expecting price to reach. After looking on the daily, you see we are having a rejection on this 4-hour bullish fair value gap with SMT at the lows right here. SMT at the lows. So GBP USD took the low of the previous 4-hour candle, and Euro USD couldn't took the low of the previous 4-hour candle. And going down to the 50 minutes, we saw this huge displacement down, creating this bearish fair value gap, then price displacing up rapidly, creating this 50 minutes bullish fair value gap. But I'm not taking this trade here. I couldn't take this trade here because Trump will be speaking at 1:30 p.m. So I'm waiting for the speech. After Trump speaks, then I'll look at what price is offering or what price is showing or what price then act on and trade higher. And when you come to cat share, you have the same setup here, but I'm still waiting to see after 1:30, after Trump speaks. I want to see displacement down. I don't want this high right here, getting disrespected. I don't want this high to be disrespected because we traded into a 50 minutes bearish fair value gap, then displaced lower. So this is acting as an order block. This is acting as an order block. So this high is protected for me. So if you take this high, then I'm not interested in this cat chef trade anymore. So after 1:30, I want to see a displacement down, closing below this bullish candles to then act as an order block for price to retest it and go low. So guys, after Trump spoke, we had this bullish 4-hour candle out of the 4-hour fair value gap. So on the 1 hour, we created a 1 hour bullish fair value gap with an overlapping right here, and we had SMT with GBP USD. This is it, and Euro took the low, so we had SMT inside the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. As you can see, DSY also took the high. So on Euro USD, on the 5-minute chart, we created a 5-minute bullish fair value gap out of the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. This is it. Okay. We created a 5-minute bullish fair value gap out of the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So my buy limit was on the 5-minute fair value gap, targeting to R right here. And on On GBP USD, as you can see, we have another set of SMT here. On Euro, this wasn't taken. As you can see, this wasn't taken. We had a two-stage SMT. So I was confident that price is going to reject off of this 1 hour bullish fair value gap and trade to the external range liquidity right here. Price move from internal to external range liquidity. So I'm currently in the trade. And this is how it looks like.
This is me in the
As it
trade.
stands, this is how it looks like.
As you can see.
So I'm in the trade right now. So now I'm just going to sit and allow price do what it needs to do. I'm not going to touch this. So guys, we got stopped out, and at this point I think price is trying to create a daily bullish fair value gap right here. So let's break down how the trade went. Okay, so as you can see, the 4 hour is rejecting lower. 4 hour is rejecting lower on the Euro USD, and Euro USD was stronger in the beginning, but right now you see it is weaker, and GBP USD is more stronger because looking at the 4 hour candle, Euro USD is likely to take this 4 hour bullish candle low, but I don't think GBP USD will trade to this low. And on the 1 hour, this was the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. We created the SMT, and on the 5 minutes, we got a 15 minutes bullish fair value gap out of the 1 hour bullish fair value gap right here. We entered with a buy limit on the 5 minutes bullish fair value gap and stop loss at the low where the SMT was, and we targeted to price tagged the 5 minutes bullish fair value gap, showed signs of going up and went down. And I think the reason why this trade reversed and took me out was because of this 15 minutes bearish fair value gap created right here. I mean, price took this high, closed below here. So likely we are going to take the 4 hour bullish candle low, which is here where the SMT is. Since we are disrespecting all these bullish fair value gaps right here, price is likely failing to offer fair value. So we are going to then seek liquidity, which is the 4 hour low here. The card chef trade that I told you guys about, price ended up taking my protected high. So therefore, I'm no more interested in this setup anymore. So I'm just going to delete everything off. So I'm off. Okay, so on USD card, we created this daily bearish fair value gap, and I was going to skip this trade because of the aggressive displacement up and the close of this third candle of the fair value gap, but that has been cleared. I demanded more from price, and price has given me what I wanted, and therefore which is we displaced lower. As you can see, we don't have any bullish fair value gap here to distract us from or to act as support, push price higher. And on the 4 hour we don't have any bullish 4 hour fair value gaps here which can act as support and push price higher. So I'm extremely bearish on USD card. If you get a 1 hour bearish fair value gap created, or price creates a 15-minute bearish fair value gap for us. Then we can look to trade. As you can see, we took London highs here and we displaced lower. So if you get a 15-minute bearish fair value gap during New York kill zone, which we are in the kill zone already, if you get a 15-minute bearish fair value gap right here, then I will look for price to target to then trade lower. On the 1 hour, we had this 1 hour bearish fair value gap being created from the previous 1 hour bearish fair value gap here. So we had the displacement we wanted from the 1 hour fair value gap, creating 5 minutes bearish fair value gap, and then our 5-minute bearish fair value gap created another 5-minute bearish fair value gap, and we traded into that 5-minute bearish fair value gap, clearing this short-term high inside the 5-minute bearish fair value gap and displacing lower, closing below this 5-minute candle, this 5-minute bullish candle, which traded taking the short-term high and into the 5-minute bearish fair value gap. We closed below it. That means it's act as an order block for us. So I placed my sell limit at the opening of the order block and my stop loss at this high targeting 2R. So I'm expecting price to come into this bearish order block to then trade lower. Okay, so let's wait and see what's price. Okay guys, so let's start from the daily. So we've actually taken the daily ERL. So price moved from daily IRL to ERL, and on the 1 hour, this is how the structure looked like. This high, which tagged the 1 hour bearish fair value gap and created the SMT, was protected, and price traded to the ERL, the 1 hour ERL, and eventually taking the daily ERL, which is right here, eventually taking it. So on the 5 minutes, I was actually tagged out at break even, then price went straight to my TP. This was my protected high. But the reason why I moved, I'm trying to hold on. Okay, so this was my protected high. This was how 2R, yeah. This was how I entered the trade. I placed my stop at this candle's high and targeted 2R. So price tagged the bearish 5-minute bearish order block, which tagged the 5-minute bearish fair value gap and traded lower close to TP. So I had to move my stop loss to break even. So I was risk free on this trade. Then price came up, tagged me out, swept this high and dropped straight to my TP and hitting the daily ER as well. So this is how the trade went. I did what I did. I can't control price. I used my entry criteria. I entered and I let price do it 10, and this is what happened. So I can't control price. So we move on to the next. Okay guys, so we are back on USD card, and I'm bearish on the monthly after you tag this monthly bearish fair value that created a sentiment starting spacing lower. And going down to the weekly, you can see that price traded up into this weekly bearish fair value gap, creating a weekly bullish fair value gap against us, which can be used as a support to push price higher. But going down to the daily, you can see that price keeps respecting bearish PDR rates and trading down, and we respected this bearish daily fair value gap, traded down. So I'm still expecting price to trade lower. And going down to the 4 hour, we had this 4-hour bearish fair value gap being respected and traded down. And looking at this giant candle trading down, expansion, this 4-hour expansion candle down after we tagged the 4-hour bearish fair value gap. And the reason why I'm still anticipating price to trade lower is because we haven't taken any low yet, even though we expanded lower. And going down to the 1 hour, we have this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, which was created after price tagged the 4-hour bearish fair value gap, swept a high and displaced lower. And price came back, tagged this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, created SMT with DXY here. DXY took this high, this 12 p.m. high, but USD card failed to take that high, therefore giving us an SMT. And my entry confirmation was waiting for a 5-minute bearish fair value gap, displacing out of the 1 hour bearish fair value gap. And coming down to the 5 minutes, we had the displacement high and displacement down, creating this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. So I placed my sell limit here and my stop loss here. The reason why my stop loss isn't on this high is because I'm trying to get a 2R. Because if I'm going to place my stop loss here, then price have to come, trade through this ERL and trade through the sell stops here. So I adjusted it to the 2R, which is over here, which is here. So because I'm expecting price to trade to this sell stop, I have my TP here. But if you trade and take this ERL, I will adjust my stop loss to break even to avoid price taking this ERL and trading up, tagging me out. I'll move my stop loss to break even. About the USD card trade. So as you can see, after we created the SMT, price has displaced lower, taking the 4-hour sell stops that we marked, my network isn't stable, so okay, taking the 4-hour sell stop that we marked. As you can see, we've taken this, and eventually we are going to take this. We've taken this as well. Eventually we are going to take this. I don't know when, but eventually we are going to change prices, since I'm expecting price to trade lower to this ERL right here. Okay, so on 1 hour, we've had the displacement that we wanted. Reaching the sell stops right here. On the 5 minutes, this is how the trade panned out. So after we tagged the 5-minute bearish fair value gap, we had price trade higher into the 5-minute bearish fair value gap, then price displaced lower because this high is protected, and I don't expect price to trade to this high to then go low. Price can do that, but if price trade to this high, that means my trade ID is invalid. So price failed to trade to the high, traded into the 5-minute bearish fair value gap, then we had the displacement we wanted to the sell stops. So this is how the trade went. We've reached our take profit, and I'll show you the trade on the screens. So that'll be all for this week. We wait till next week to see what price will offer. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. Like, subscribe, and comment.